guys, what's up? My name is Dee and welcome back to a new Costco Canada haul. In today's video, I'm sharing a quick haul. This is everything I got for the week for my family of 4. Alright, so this week I really didn't get a lot. I tried really hard not to get any impulse items. However, I did get 2 of them. So let me go ahead and share everything I got this week. Alright, so I ended up going back to Costco and picking up 2 of these eucalyptus trees. Number 1, I love eucalyptus anything. I especially love eucalyptus as a decor feature. So I'm in the mood to add more decoration to my living room, I guess, because I slept on this, I thought about it, and I decided I needed to have this in my life, and I opted to get 2 because I wanted to balance out our space, and I am just so incredibly excited for this one. So I'm going to show what this looks like once it's put up, but I'm really excited about it. I think this is gorgeous. I especially love that it can kind of be used for outside, I guess, if you wanted to. I'm so excited to see what our living room looks like once these are up. I feel like that is going to help complete the space just a little bit more. I'm super excited about this one. As you can see, I already have some eucalyptus decor on our wall, and this is going to go perfect in this space. I'm so excited about it. Clearly, I'm in love. And by the way, if you're wondering if this was planned or not, it absolutely was not. And I really did a good job at controlling my urge to get it when I initially saw it. But honestly, sometimes you just have to sleep on things and think about it. I slept on this, I thought about it, and I realized this was a decision I was okay with. So I went ahead and picked up some things to make myself happy. And I think you should do the same too. If there's ever anything you see when you're shopping and you think it would be a good idea to just get it because it's, you know, your style or your liking, and you have, most importantly, a use for it, I think you should go for it. You should treat yourself. As I was sitting down and editing this week's shop, I actually was thinking to myself, there wasn't a lot of good things in the warehouse, you know, like there just wasn't a lot to offer that caught my attention or made me feel the need that like I wanted to get a specific item. It was a very light shop for me until I saw these, and everything just kind of like went out the window, I guess. So let me know, when was the last time you went into Costco and something grabbed your attention and it wasn't at all anything that you were looking for, but after thinking about it and realizing that you actually have a use for this thing that you like, what was that last item that you picked up? And how did you feel about it after? I feel great. I have no regrets. I'm just hoping and praying that there's nothing wrong with these, that they're not broken, and that everything is in the box that should be. That's like my number one concern. But other than that, I'm really happy with my purchase. I feel like the price is reasonable for the size and the type of item I'm getting. And it's like up high on my joy level. I'm super excited about it, and I'm super excited about also making our living space more homey, and I think this was one of the missing pieces. I know that there's some other things I want to do, like eventually probably get like a rug or something like that, and I probably want to change out some of our pillows. They have so much feathers in them, and I'm constantly vacuuming and sweeping up feathers, so I'm probably gonna look to get new pillows maybe in the next 6 months or so, because these are pretty new, like they haven't been around for a year. And yeah, maybe a rug one day. We just upgraded the curtains and the curtain rods recently, and we have new decor on the walls. I feel like our living room is really starting to be our living room again. it's hard transitioning from that kids' toys all over the place stage to actually having an adult space. And that's the stage that we're in right now. We're in that stage right now where your living room becomes an actual living room again instead of a kid's playroom. So I guess I didn't intend on including this little vlog bit in this video, but it's here now, and now you know a little bit more about like what we're doing in our living space and the stage of life that we're in right now. I just kind of want to make our home as homey as possible because I really do enjoy being here at home. Honestly, it's so nice to just do a quick little vlog and chit chat and talk with you guys. All right, let's start over here with the garden find. I found these Wonderland mix plants, and I really wanted marigolds, but they all looked half dead, and I wasn't about to buy half dead plants. These looked really vibrant and beautiful though, so I went ahead and grabbed this. There's 24 of them that come in this pack, and at some point I'm gonna go ahead and plant these out in my garden, but until then, they'll likely just sit outside in the garden space until it eventually gets done. Next up, I grabbed some Tropicana orange juice. I noticed they lowered the price by $1, so I went ahead and picked it up again. Now, I was buying orange juice at the grocery store because the price for this at Costco was too much. And what I found is the grocery store is also very expensive. I was buying one jug for like $9.99, and I was buying like one of the small ones that are like this for like $6. And when I did the math, it just seemed like this is a better deal now that they've lowered it by that $1. So anyways, grabbed some Tropicana for the fam. I also grabbed some tuna. I wanted to get tuna because I'm trying to plan out my lunches. And I know I love tuna and crackers, tuna and cheese. I like tuna in general, so I wanted to stock up on tuna and have that for my lunches, and I can meal prep. This is the one that I like. It is the Solid Light Tuna, and it's the Kirkland Signature brand. It's really good. I like that one. So good when you add mayo and keep it simple like that. Next up, I grabbed our favorite dried mangoes. This was on my grocery list, and my girls are going to be so excited when they come home and see that I picked it up because they have been dying for dried mangoes, and we love this brand the most. It's so good. So I had to get this. They're super sweet, so if you're trying not to have a sweet snack, this isn't for you. But if you don't mind sweet dried mangoes, these are so incredibly delicious. Next up, I grabbed vitamins for the adults. So I grabbed the gummy vitamins, the Kirkland Signature ones. We needed that, we're running low, and the children's one was on sale, and we're all also running low on this. So I went ahead and picked this up for the kids as well. So this is 250 in there, and that lasts us for like, I feel like 3 months or more. And there's also 250 in here, and 2 adults are going through this and 2 kids are going through that. So I find that I'm always buying them around the same time. Next up on my impulse buy this week, I grabbed this soft blanket. It's a king size blanket. I already have a blue one similar to this, but I wanted to get the gray because our room has a ton of gray and I like gray. Obviously, I like gray, but I wanted to get one more of these soft blankets because the sale was too good to pass up. Next up, and speaking of sales, I wanted to buy the Soft Soap Soothing Clean Hand Wash. So this is a refillable one. I'm just going to pour it in the containers that we already have or buy cute fancy ones if I feel like it. But it's aloe vera fresh scent. I've actually never bought this, but I wanted to start getting it because I'm pretty sure this is way cheaper than what I'm doing currently. And I'm all about trying to save a little bit where I can, so I opted for that. I also picked up some Quaker instant oats. This is not something I ever pick up at Costco. I normally buy organic oatmeal, but the price for organic oatmeal has gone up by $2 for the package that I normally get, and I didn't want to buy that anymore. So I got this. It was on sale, and honestly, this will probably last me like a full year. But honestly, I try to have oatmeal as often as I can for breakfast. It's healthy, it's easy to meal prep, it's easy to put together, and quick oats takes like minutes to make. So I like to have that on hand. This week I also picked up some Kanzi apples. We needed more apples and I opted to get Kanzi again this week. They were really good last week, and look at our fruit basket. It's always so bare, and I swear it's bare because we go through this stuff so often. I also want to make some green smoothies. So I grabbed some organic baby spinach to make my green smoothies. I'll actually share my spinach smoothie recipe in an upcoming YouTube short, so stay tuned for that. It's super easy and this is great. I usually toss half of it in the freezer to make sure that it doesn't go bad. I also picked up some little baby carrots. We hadn't bought these in a while and I need to get more. The kids love that in their lunches and just a snack on anyways. And you know we love cucumbers, so I went ahead and grabbed more cucumbers again this week, and I also grabbed one bunch of organic bananas, but the bunch I grabbed is so bruised up down here. I didn't notice, but it's too late and it's too bad, so I'm keeping it, obviously. And then I grabbed these organic blueberries. They looked so good. They look so good. So I had to get those. Same thing with the green grapes. I grabbed these green grapes this time. They didn't even have red ones, and I try to get both if I can, but these looked so good, so I opted to get them this week. And I also picked up these frozen salmon burgers. They're so good. We like to have this. I actually like to put this in the air fryer. It's so easy to do it that way, and these burgers are so thick and juicy and delicious and flavorful. I really like them. The sale was on. It wasn't on my list, but I got it because there was a sale, and I have room for one thing in the deep freezer, and this was it. So went ahead and opted for that. Now, next up, I grabbed some things for the freezer upstairs. I needed to make some more smoothies, and what I want to start doing is trying to do a pineapple smoothie every day. So I grabbed these Kirkland Signature pineapple chunks to have pineapples every day, or pineapple smoothie. I heard that pineapple is like really good for like cleansing your body. And so I just was like, oh, I like pineapples. This would probably be good to start doing every day. And then I also grabbed some frozen organic strawberries, also for smoothies. I like these because they're sliced. So I'm going to go ahead and toss these in my freezer for sure, because I'm going to make a smoothie and I'm so excited. All right, and now that I'm done sharing everything I grabbed on this haul, in today's video, I'm also including 5 family-friendly dinner ideas that you can make for your family. This is a week of dinners. I hope you enjoy this. This is also new on my channel. I've never shared a week of dinners all in one video. So if you enjoy more food content and you want to see more recipes, more cooking videos, more food inspiration in general, leave it in the comments so I can know, and I will carve out time in my schedule to get it done for you, because I appreciate you all so much, and you watching these videos is the reason why I'm making them. So let's get right into these recipes. Tonight for dinner, we're making some Rasta Pasta with some beef ribs and avocado on the side. So I'm using the beef back ribs I got from Costco, and I'm adding this to my Instant Pot. All I do is add 1 teaspoon of salt, also 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 2 teaspoons of jerk seasoning. I use the Cool Runnings brand that you can get from pretty much No Frills, Walmart, anywhere that sells Caribbean seasoning. A dash of soy sauce. I'm basically using like half a cup, and I'm going to add 1 cup of water. You need liquid whenever you're doing things in the Instant Pot. And I'm also going to squirt in about 1/4 cup of ketchup and 1 teaspoon of organic cane sugar. I'm also going to cut up 1 onion and add in a couple cloves of garlic. I'm going to cover this in my Instant Pot, and I'm going to pressure it on high. I'll also be using the beef setting for this one. We're gonna pressure cook this for 45 minutes, and I'm also going to do a natural release, so it'll be really 50-55 minutes when this is done, but all the work is done for me. This will be completely finished afterwards. Now we're gonna get started on the Rasta Pasta, and to save time, I cut up basically 3 bell peppers, a red, an orange, and a yellow, and also 1 red onion. I chose a red onion because the color is prettier, and I'm all about looks when it comes to this pasta. The more colorful, the better. I'm just adding in a little salt and a little pepper and 1 teaspoon of jerk seasoning. We're adding that jerk seasoning right in here too. This is all gonna come together, and this entire meal is gonna be so delicious. So I'm adding about 1 tablespoon of butter to my pot that I boiled the pasta in for this dish. And once I do that, I'm adding in about 3 or 4 cloves of garlic. The thing about Jamaican dishes is we love fresh herbs and flavors. I'm also going to add in 1.5 cups of heavy cream, and I'm then going to add in half a cup of the pasta water that I saved and reserved. Then I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of jerk seasoning to this as well, plus season it with some salt and pepper. And I'm going to give this a little mix and wait for it to get a little bit thicker. Then I'm going to go ahead and add the veggies that I was sauteing in a pot before, and I'm also going to add about 3 sticks of green onion cut up really small. It just adds really good flavor and also amazing amazing color. What we're basically doing is making a homemade Alfredo sauce, but it has a little kick to it, you know. So now we're adding a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Fresh is better, but I have these frozen flakes that I'm using, and this does the same. So once you go ahead and add the pasta to this, it is going to take some time for the sauce to thicken once the noodles absorb the sauce and all that. And when it does, it'll sort of look like this, and it'll be almost ready to plate. So this is perfect to sit in the pot and wait until the beef ribs are done. And as you can see, 45 minutes are up and this is done. All I'm doing right now is sauteing it down a little bit to thicken the gravy. And I'm also going to serve this with a side of coscados. They're perfect every single time. And this is what we're having for dinner tonight. For dinner tonight, we're making a seafood and veggie sheet pan dinner with salmon and shrimp. So to make this, it's super simple. I have 2 of my seasoned salmon that I get from the freezer section at Costco here. And I also have about 3 zucchinis. I'm just gonna spray it with some avocado oil spray. And then I'm gonna add my seasonings. My seasonings are so simple, it's insane. But when it comes to a sheet pan dinner, we're going for simple and flavorful, not hard and complicated. So I'm using this veggie seasoning from COLLABS, and I'm just shaking it on there, making sure I'm not shy and that each zucchini is covered in seasoning. Again, the goal here is we want flavor, and this is the only seasoning that we're adding. So this is going to be just so good and also so healthy. We're having it with a side of corn. I'm just boiling it for a couple of minutes, and the shrimp that we're using is the marinated butterfly shrimp. You guys, I highly recommend getting this shrimp. It tastes so incredibly delicious. I can't believe that this is so good and so cheap because it is absolutely amazing. All I did was add that in my oven following the instructions on the box. However, I find that the box instructions didn't work for me. I ended up baking it in the oven for 12 to 15 minutes and it wasn't done, so I took everything else out and then I put the shrimp back in on broil for 5 minutes, and this is what it looked like when it was done. All I did was add some Old Bay seasoning on top because I know I wanted a little kick to it, and I definitely wanted some Old Bay on my corn as well. So this is everyone's dinner plated up. Everyone has this differently. That's why I like making it, because there's something for everyone, especially when I do this. I also threw in some rice and cucumbers for the picky eaters. Tonight for dinner, we're having some steak with chow mein and a side of asparagus, but air fryer asparagus for the win. This is the quickest and easiest dinner I've ever made, and it's so good. So to my steak, I'm just adding the Keg Steakhouse seasoning. This is the nutritional facts and the ingredients and all that jazz. Pretty much this seasoning is bomb, and you have to get it. If you like steak, you have to do your steak like this. All I do is do a dry seasoning rub on there, and I let that marinate for like 10 minutes. We're gonna actually make that in the air fryer on 400 for about 15 minutes, or you can do it shorter or longer depending on how you like your steak. And in my other drum in my air fryer, I'm adding my asparagus. I'm spraying it with some avocado oil spray, and I'm gonna season it up really simple: salt, pepper, garlic powder. I'm lining it with foil because I don't feel like cleaning up a mess, and that's my cheat sheet for less messes. And that's it. I'm also going to make sure that I mix this around to make sure the oil and the seasoning is on most of the asparagus as possible. This is just going to go in there for the same time. So honestly, this is like the easiest thing to do. So I've got my cast iron skillet going, and I added some oil to the bottom. I'm just rinsing off my chow mein noodles that I boiled to al dente, and this just makes it not be so hot and stick together as one big noodle. I'm adding it to my cast iron pan and running for my life because the oil starts splashing like crazy. And all I'm doing is just layering the noodles down. That way the bottom half can kind of fry in the oil, and to the top half I'm adding my seasonings. The seasonings for this are super simple: salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder, and that's it. pretty much. And later on I'm gonna add some soy sauce as well. That'll be like the last thing that I add, but pretty much I just sprinkle it on until all the noodles look like they have some sort of seasoning on it. And once that looks like this, I know that it's well seasoned. So basically I'm just gonna stir fry that for a little, add in that soy sauce like I said, and voila, it's done. So delicious. This is what everything looks like plated up. I had some leftover shrimp on the side, so I just decided to add that. And doesn't this dinner look fancy? Oh my goodness. Tonight's dinner is super simple. We're just doing some Cajun salmon and some asparagus. I've got some couscous that I just made here in this small pot, and then I also have the second half of my corn from Costco in this one. So to make this, it was super easy. All I did was bake this with the asparagus in the oven on 400 for about 25 minutes. The seasonings were super simple. I just did a little bit of Cajun seasoning, salt and pepper, and avocado oil on the salmon. And then I did the avocado oil with salt and pepper on the asparagus. Super simple. For the couscous, all I did was add water and a little bit of salt, keeping that super plain as well. And then for the corn, all I did was just boil it for a short time. And that's that. So this is simple, quick, easy weeknight dinner, super healthy and easy, perfect for if you're working and too busy to do anything extravagant. This is sure to excite everyone's taste buds, and overall it's a very well balanced meal. This is the Cajun seasoning I use. I get it from Costco, and as you can see, we use it so much it's almost done. Also use this electric grinder to add my pink Himalayan sea salt and black pepper to everything, and that's how I seasoned it. So this is great. It's an Amazon product. It's so good. Love it. Alright you guys, and just like that, we have officially come to the end of this one. If you enjoyed this haul, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you all in my next video. Bye guys!